Week 6 in the books. We've arrived at the most anticipated weekend of the year. This is the weekend everyone was circling in the summer saying, if you got a wedding this weekend, you're screwed. Don't go to it. Who can blame them? I will not be at a wedding this weekend. So, week 6 in the books. Last week we went 6-4, brings our record to 30-20. That's good for 60%. We're looking to keep this rolling here. We got massive games on the board. Obviously, Ohio State, Oregon is going to be this weekend. We got the Red River Shootout, Penn State, USC. There's just huge games all over the board. Let's get some ones that we're going to pick. And we'll start off with this Ohio State versus Oregon game. This is number 2 versus number 3 in the AP poll. Ohio State is a 3-point favorite on the road here. I like Ohio State to cover here. I am considering taking an alt line for Ohio State -7 here. I think Ohio State is about to be on rampage mode this year. And I think they're going to go into Autzen, and I think they're going to say, welcome to the Big Ten. This is who you get to play, every year now. You have to go through us if you want to compete for the Big Ten championship. I think Ohio State has the dogs to do it. I think Oregon could keep it close, but I think Ohio State can really pull away here. So give me Ohio State -3. Next, we're going to head to another Big Ten game, newcomers as well. We have Washington going to Iowa. Washington is a 3-point dog heading into Kinnick Stadium. I like Washington here. I like how they have been playing over the past few weeks. They had a really bad loss to Rutgers, but it was really just based on a lot of missed field goals, and they outplayed Rutgers the whole game. They just beat Michigan, so I like Washington here. Iowa hasn't shown me anything offensively yet. To make me feel like that they're a very solid team. And defensively, they are not what they used to be or what they have been in the past few years. They're still a good defense, but they are not at that elite level like they normally are. So give me Washington +3 here. Okay, moving on to a heated rivalry. We got Florida going into Neyland. Florida is at 14.5. I think it's dropped down to 14, so I was able to get the hook while I could. So I like that. I do think that Florida could keep it close here. They've been looking better. They just beat UCF. That was a big win for them, confidence booster. I think they can keep it within 2+ possessions here. Tennessee just came off a bad loss to Arkansas, so they're going to be in also a rampage move for themselves. They want to get things right and make sure that they have a shot to compete for the SEC title, but I think that they have some more problems offensively than we like to admit right now. Obviously, Dylan Sampson is their workhorse, and he's been great. But I don't think they've been able to move the ball through the air as much as they would like to, or as against these better defenses. And I'm not saying Florida has a fantastic defense, but they do have some guys on that defense who can scare you a little bit. So give me Florida to keep it within over 2 possessions here, +14.5. Okay, we got Ole Miss going into Baton Rouge. LSU is a 3-point dog at home on a Saturday night. This is a position that they are not normally in, and they're probably not, I don't want to say they're not comfortable in, but they're not normally in. And everyone that I'm hearing is on LSU. They say, hey, you don't go into Tiger Stadium on a Saturday night and come out with a win. Well, this line ain't moving. In fact, it's been trending upwards. It was Ole Miss -2.5, and now it's at Ole Miss -3.5. In some places, you can get it -3. So it ain't moving. And I like Ole Miss in this spot. I just don't trust LSU's defense and their receivers for LSU. They've taken a step back. Obviously, Garrett Nussmeier isn't Jaden Daniels, although I do like their receivers and I do like Nussmeier. I just don't know if they're going to have everything to pull it together to pull off this win. I think LSU has a lot going for them right now. Obviously, it's a night game in Death Valley, just even to start. That's a really tough environment. They are also coming off a bye week, and Ole Miss is coming on back-to-back road games right off of South Carolina into Baton Rouge. But give me Ole Miss -3. I think they pull it off here. All right, we'll move a little quicker now. Iowa State versus West Virginia. Iowa State 5-0, West Virginia 3-2. Give me the Mountaineers +3 here. I think there is a little false sense of hope for Iowa State. They have looked good and they're 5-0, so you got to give them a lot of credit to that. And West Virginia, I think, has been getting better and better every single week. So give me West Virginia +3 here. You can get it at +3.5 in some books, but I got it at 3, so I want to be honest with you guys. But give me the Mountaineers plus the points. All right, moving over to the Mountain West game, Hawaii at Boise State. Boise State -20.5. I think they might cover this at halftime. Hawaii is god-awful this year, and Ashton Genty is just going to run all over them. Now, Hawaii does have a pretty good rush defense, so we'll see how Ashton Genty and the Broncos hold up against that. But I think just overall, this team is too good for Hawaii, and I don't think they're going to be able to keep up. So give me the Broncos -20.5. All right, now we're going to Kansas State and Colorado. Kansas State is now a 3.5-point favorite. I got them at 4, but I still like it at 4. They're going into Colorado. I think Kansas State can really put it on Colorado here. Now, the one thing you got to worry about here is Kansas State's secondary hasn't been all that great this year, and obviously you know what Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter can do in the pass game. So that is concerning, but I also think that Kansas State offense can really take advantage of Colorado's defense. So give me Kansas State -4 here. The Red River Shootout. Man, this game is awesome every single year. Oklahoma upset Texas last year to give Texas their only regular season loss. Can they do it back-to-back? Can they wear the golden hat again? I say no. Give me Texas -14. I think they just have too many dogs in this race that Oklahoma can't keep up with. Oklahoma's on their backup quarterback, Michael Hawkins, who's more of a run threat, and they're going to need him to do that because they are out their top 3 receivers this game, Oklahoma is. So I don't know that they're going to be able to keep up with Texas. I think Texas's defense has been good, although they haven't really been tested by an offense yet. But I still think that they're really solid. And Quinn Ewers is back, and we know what these guys can do. They have a lot of weapons outside. So give me Texas in a big heated rivalry, -14. And here we go with Louisville UVA. This is a really big game in the ACC. UVA 4-1, Louisville is 3-2 with only one conference loss. So both of these teams want to stay in contention for the ACC. I'm going to go with Louisville here. They've come off 2 back-to-back losses against SMU and against Notre Dame. I think they can pull this off. I think UVA is a little inflated by their record right now, but we'll see. So give me Louisville to stay into contention here. Louisville -7. Follow Big Body Ball CFB on all socials.